for you today. I am excited. We are rolling. Are you rolling out there with us?
Hey.
Are you excited? I hope your fingers are ready. We want to hear your words. We want to see your comments. We want to have all of you involved today because that's right. You know it. Hey, everybody out there. I'm your host, Jessica Koch, and this is Profound Professionals. It is an interview series that has been coming to you for 10 years now. Can you believe it? 10 years. I cannot believe it. We have had the honor of interviewing over 1,000 guests from all over the
Wow.
globe. They do all kinds of fascinating things. They help you improve your personal life. They help you grow your business. Because I feel like, look, if you if you get your life in order, then all of a sudden the windows are open and the rain comes down and all the money comes in. And I also believe that sometimes when you get your money in order, then all of a sudden you're creative and healthy and happy, and you've got all this time to get your life right. So whether it's one or the other or the chicken or the egg, I don't know, and who knows. But we have guests that come here to help you do both. And it's very pretty, Connelia. She is an attorney and she's a transformational life coach and speaker who helps women in midlife and beyond navigate transitions with clarity, confidence, purpose, and renewed belief that the next season is not the ending. I'm all about that. I'm going to live another 100 years. All right. I'm just saying, 53 and fabulous, shooting for 100 more. I mean, if I fall short of 100, I feel like I'm still doing good. So that is where we're going today. And I finally got your name right, right?
Yes, you did.
Cornelia.
Cornelia. Yes, ma'am.
Cornelia. And an attorney and a transformational life coach. You want to talk
Yeah.
to us about that?
You make it sound so very interesting, Jessica. You really do. Here's the thing. I've been an attorney for 31 years. In the last 5 years or so, I've started with coaching and doing things with women. As an attorney, contrary to what people believe, attorneys want to help people. So
Mhm.
I wanted to help people my whole lifetime. And as I was helping people, what I noticed around me, and I really noticed it once it hit me personally, but what I noticed around me was as women got older, their voices weren't heard. If I get a husband and a wife come in to do something, the wife doesn't really get a say. The husband's in charge of everything.
Mhm.
Not only that, but I noticed women who were not motivated, even in my own church. And what I came to realize, and the reason why I say it hit me as well, when my daughter graduated, she went to Duke University. I'm like, yay, proud mom. I've done a great job. I've raised a good citizen. But I woke up at 3:40 and sat on the side of my bed and said, okay, Lord, I've done my job. Is this all that there is? Do you have anything else for me? And I was personally at a loss. And I'm about to be 56 in a week. So I was 53 when that happened to me. And that was just, it was almost like a slap in the head that it was so profound
Mm.
because I didn't know what my purpose was. My purpose used to be driving my daughter around, taking her to rehearsals, taking her to recitals, taking her to stuff at the church, being the PTA mom,
Mhm.
doing all the things. But when they grow up and they go out, which is what we raised them to grow up and we raised them to go out. Don't get me wrong. I want her to go out. But when they do that, sometimes we're left thinking, okay, so what's next? And what I discovered for myself and what I'm helping other women to discover is that your next season is not an ending. That was not an ending for me. That was an invitation to something greater, to
Mhm.
being involved with more people, to doing something on a bigger scale.
You
So
know,
that's me and that's what I do.
I was just talking to somebody else about that, and it is a truly and so valuably and really about the journey. As far
Hmm.
as your compass goes, in my opinion, and I'm very spiritual as well, it's about having peace and alignment on the path that you're currently on. So if you're
Exactly.
on a path that's aligned with your life mission and your life purpose, even if you don't know what that is, you'll still tend to have peace within you as you're making your next step forward. And knowing that it's about enjoying that journey because it
That's
is
right.
going to change directions along the way. And that doesn't mean you weren't where you were supposed to be at that moment. Because if you're headed to somewhere in Florida and then you end up in a city in Georgia or North Carolina on your way, you have to go through those towns and those locations or somewhere like that to get
Hmm.
to the end journey. And I don't even know if that there really is an end destination because once you get to that spot, then there's a new spot on the map you're going to
Somewhere
go
else to go.
next. There's somewhere
Yeah.
else to go, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And
But at the same time, don't at the same time, let me suggest something for you to consider. I talked to a woman a few weeks ago. She's 62. Her kids are grown. Her husband has passed away. It's her and the cat.
mm,
And I said, and she was like, well, I need coaching. I need to kind of figure out what I want to do. I said, well, she says, where's the first step? I said, well, think back to what you wanted to do before you had the kids, before you had the husband. She looked me in my face and said, I can't even remember who I was then. I'm
mm,
such a different person now.
mm,
So in that situation, even though she's been on a path and she's been on a journey, she kind of finds herself in a spot with
mm.
some trees that she doesn't recognize.
Well, that's when you just take your backpack off and you take a look at all of the souvenirs you've and the skills and the things you've collected along the way, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm so blessed. I realize almost all the time when I talk to people because I know so much of what I want to do that all I'm working on is expanding time.
Yeah, that's why you want to be 100. You said so. Yeah.
150. Let's be clear.
Okay.
I heard there was some out there as old in records as recorded in the 120s. So
Wow.
it is possible.
But yeah, girl. But my knees already hurt. So
By then they'll have bionic knees.
Okay. Oh, that's funny.
Who knows? Okay, so the clients coming to you are wondering, okay, I did this part of my life. Now what's next? Is that really
Exactly.
kind of
Exactly.
describe them? And now,
Exactly.
what's the first step for them to get started with you? So, where would they find you, and what's the very first thing they would do to explore if you guys are a good connection? Because I imagine there has to be a real syncing of the minds, so to speak,
Yes.
or synergy, energy wise, even right as humans.
Exactly. Yeah,
Um,
because you're going to be sharing your personal thoughts, your personal dreams, your personal hopes. You're going to be exploring things that you maybe have not explored for a while. And so there's a lot of vulnerability, I can say that easily, in working with somebody else to help you with that. I have a 5-minute clarity reset on my website that
mhm,
it doesn't cost you anything. It just makes you stop. Part of the problem nowadays is we're go, 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 go for everything. And
mhm,
we don't take that time to stop.
mhm,
So if you go to my webpage, it's called it's not overpath.com. ITSNOTOVERPATH. It's not overpath.com. But
mhm.
when I think about the first thing, the tip that I tell everybody, because
Oh,
they
here
say, well,
we
if you
go.
could just,
She's
if
giving
you
us
could,
the tip already. We're jumping ahead. Okay, here we are. We're ready. All right. Throw it at us. What do you got?
it's real simple, but is really profound. I call it what still fits. And I'm
Mhm,
not talking about the clothes in the closet because if you do that, when I did that clothes, what still fits exercise, that one didn't work. But what still fits? And what I mean is you look at something that you're doing and you honestly ask yourself, am I doing this because this still fits my life? Or
Mhm.
am I just carrying this because it made sense once upon a time?
Mhm.
Because I think what we find as we get older, people have given us tags, people have given us names, people have given us descriptions, and we're carrying that. And part of the reason that we can't get to that joy, you know, that you're walking in your purpose, you're doing what you're called to do. Part of
Mhm.
the reason why some of my women can't get to that is they're so burdened down with all
Mhm.
that stuff that somebody else has put on them. So that's the very first step. Take a self inventory. Go out and walk in nature. Don't do it at home with the TV on. Go out. Get to a place where you have comfort and calm and start looking at the things that you're doing and ask yourself, does this still fit?
I love that because you can apply that to a business scenario as well.
Mm-hmm.
And just because we've always provided X service or done this kind of work with this kind of client doesn't mean that you shouldn't pay attention to what's happening in the world and
Exactly.
outside of you and inside with you, right? You personally and your family, maybe it no longer fits. Um, the schedule no longer fits your
That's right.
family lifestyle, or providing this kind of service demands a lot of travel or demands a lot of this, so it could be an evaluation of what fits. I love that for a business evaluation. I love the idea that we're walking in the woods with our journal and sitting by a stream and making these
Yes.
notes, and not in our closet, because there's a whole lot of stream happening from my eyes when I go there. uh,
Yeah,
that's a journey and a path I'm walking and working on too. If I could just
we all are.
if I could just start running on that path, I think I'd get to where I want to go faster. I keep telling my husband, if he would chase me, and he says he does chase me, but I keep letting him catch me.
Oh, it's over real quick, huh? Okay,
So
well,
that running is not helping me.
I'm telling you, it's the bad knees. I'm telling you, it's the bad knees.
Well, walk fast. We
Oh,
have to walk faster uphill. They say uphill is good for your knees.
yeah.
I actually know a knee expert, so don't even get me going, man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, she's the knee whisperer. I'm telling you, she's the
All
special.
right.
All right. So, one of the things that I love about our show, because I happen to love so many things about our show, is that we have always shared a cause that is close to our guest's heart. And the reason we do this is because awareness is one of the top things you can give to
Mhm.
any cause out there. Time, treasure, or talent are fabulous, but when you spread awareness, you help connect them to the people that their passion is set up to serve, and so they know they're out there. And you also might get someone new excited to volunteer or give time, treasure, or talent to their organization just by spreading awareness. So I'd like to take a moment and share a cause that is close to you.
The cause that I would share is Gate Pregnancy Resource Center.
Mm.
And it is in Harrisburg, but they're moving to Charlotte. They're expanding. And I was on the board. And what they do is they help basically women in crisis who are pregnant and not prepared,
Hmm.
meaning they might not have supplies, they might not be mentally ready, they might not be spiritually ready, but for whatever reason, they're not prepared. And oftentimes, I think when we think of women like that, we think of teenagers, we think of young people. But the beautiful thing about Gate, we have people in their 40s, people, 45 coming in, people who are married, not necessarily single people. And
Hmm.
so we were able to give them supplies. We're able, I say we're able, they are still in business.
Hmm.
In my part, I was able to help out with the board. And we have the most passionate executive director, Kathy Bridge. She came in and she got everything down to a system so that we could be more effective at reaching out and helping people.
Hmm.
Because being pregnant is stressful enough. Being pregnant and wanting to have your baby is stressful. Being pregnant, wanting to have your baby, but not having stuff and never having taken classes and not knowing what to do when the baby comes because you're cute. but eventually that little baby's gonna come out, and that little baby's gonna need some stuff. So Gate Pregnancy Resource Center is a wonderful, wonderful organization here in North Carolina, and I love it and I support it, and I would encourage anybody to reach out and support them.
And what a perfect
gateprc.com.
What a perfect a cause for you to recommend, since you are a transformational life coach, and talk about a transformational life moment.
Exactly. Exactly.
Your life will never be the same again. Take it from someone who's had one or two. All right. How about I am just nuts about books, as you can see. I love
Me too.
I love a good audiobook. I like a real book. I know I like trees too, but man, do I like books. And I use a lot of secondhand bookstores, so I repurpose and recycle, and libraries, and I'm not a fan of reading a digital book on a digital device.
Me either. I like the paper.
I need the time away. I even use a lot of notebooks and pencils because I need a time away from the technology sometimes. And
exactly.
But I recycle, so
that's very good. That's very good. I've only recently gotten into audiobooks because I'm like, wait, I can do what I'm doing and listen to the book.
Myself an audiobook, but a lot of times I'll find that by the time I've listened to it for the 7th time, I know it's time to buy the book too, because I like to underline and make notes and things. So it depends on the kind of book or whatever. But yeah, I often will eventually, if it's a good one, if it really stuck with me, I'll get the hard book as well.
Don't you love a book that you can read again and still be like interested in it, even though you know what's going to happen? But then you still kind of see some stuff and like, wait, was that in there last time? I've done that before. Yeah.
There's a couple of authors I will definitely read again. Most of the books I read a second time are books that are improving me in some way, spiritually or business wise, or some knowledge, like, or mindset or something like that. Those are the ones I mostly want to write and read again. But there are some authors that I do love that I will read again. So a book that inspired your personal life or helped you grow your business.
It's called The Alchemist. And I know I'm going to mess up the name. I think it's Paulo Coelho, Coelho. How do you pronounce that? However that is.
I'm good with however you go with giving old Paulo some advertisement here.
That's right. And it's an older book. It's not a new book. It's an older book. But it talks about courage. It talks about the courage to pursue your purpose and about paying attention to the different signs that you see that are there to help lead you and to help guide you. It's a really inspirational book. So it's a really, yeah.
Okay, I'm listening. It's something I'm supposed to be working on, and I've been poked by the man upstairs lately to say, hello, get rolling on that. And I'm like, okay, that and everything else on the list you gave me to do. I'm like Moses saying, send me an errand and then we'll talk.
Yeah. There's a lot of that going on. Yeah.
When I was a teenager and still in some Bible study, I used to think, wow, Moses was bold, man. He was arguing with God.
Right?
And God was like, all right, I'll send you Aaron. I thought, now that I'm older, I'm like, no, there's some negotiation here. Yeah. I need some help. All right, yes, and
don't try to bogart God, though. That's probably not a good. That's not a good move.
I know. He just laughs at me. It's a good thing he's got a sense of humor. And I'm one of his favorites.
That's right. You're the one whom he loves, just like John.
My husband said, you are a princess. I said, from the man upstairs, I am a princess, for sure. All right, how about the book you're working on, my friend?
I am working on my first book, and I'm really, really excited about it. It has spiritual basis. And I don't know if you know, in Deuteronomy, in the 7th chapter, in the first 2 verses, God lists 7 giants who he has helped the people overcome. Those giants have translated into modern day things. They have equivalencies. The giant of fear, the
Mm.
giant of invisibility, the
Mm.
giant of settling for less, the giant of over responsibility. And so I'm working on a book to help women overcome those giants. And so, like I said, I'm
That
excited about the
is
book. I'm excited about the
so
workbook. I'm excited about the
cool.
workshop. I'm excited about everything and how this is going to help women. To help women, because older women, we don't have a lot of time to fool with something if it's not talking about anything. I know me, if I pick up
Who
something,
you calling old? There's nobody
I, right, because you're only 50 out of 150. Me, myself.
150. I'm pretty darn young. Still a spring chickens over here.
But I'm really, like I said, I'm really excited about it because it's going to be really beneficial. And I think women are going to just get a lot out of it. I really do. Very excited.
I am very excited for you. And I have to say something. You guys out there
Sure.
watching don't know this, but Cornelia and I just met. And I mean, like, really, like a few
Really just met.
2 minutes in the green screen before we went live, like right now. And I feel like I have known you forever and that we have been
Oh,
friends and that we have been out somewhere and we had been at Bible study together. And we had been, I feel like we've been doing stuff together all this time. So you
yeah.
out there watching, you know, I'm sharing all my friends with you, even my brand spanking new ones. And this is a true story. About 80% of the 1,000 people who've been on the show,
Hmm.
the very first time I met them was before we went live. I mean,
Oh,
isn't that fascinating that
that
the
is.
universe and the man upstairs running it just filtered the right people through to me.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
if you watch my shows, so many of them, you would think I have known them for so many years. Someone said that to me once on a show recently, and I was like, "Oh, I just met them," and that's what made me think of it. I was like, "We get along so good."
Yes, we do. Yeah. Yeah.
I am so excited for your book. Oh my
Yes.
gosh! Well, this has been tons of fun. I hope you've had fun
Yes.
too. And
Me
if you're
too.
and if you are out there thinking, well, I want to be Jessica's new best friend, I want to jump on this show and share people a book I'm writing or ideas I have or ways I can help people have better lives and growing businesses and generational wealth and create legacy and inspiration, which is what we hope to do here on this show, and shine gratitude spotlights on amazing causes and amazing people in the world. Well, just come on, reach out to us and our team, and we'll let you know just how to get on the show. But before we go today, I would love for you to share a final thought, some information or inspiration as we close.
My final thought is your next season does not have to be a decline.
Mm,
Your next season is a season of power, it's a season of prosperity, it's a season of making a difference not only in your life, but in other people's lives. And don't let
mm.
anyone or anything tell you anything different than that.
The best is yet to come, is what I
That's
heard. Here it comes.
right.
And if you need some help and guidance and finding that path and want an amazing person to guide you through it, not just amazing transformational life coach, but also an attorney. So that can't be bad. That's got to be a good thing. Uh, then reach out to our amazing guest, Cornelia, right?
Yeah, you
Yes,
got it.
Cornelia. I am so good. And with that, I am your host, Jessica Koch, reminding you to choose joy and be kind to yourself out there and be kind to each other. Bye, everybody.